Hi everyone. Last week I did my top 10 cigars of 2025. Tonight I am doing my top 10 worst cigars of 2025. I received really good feedback from the top 10 video. Let's see if I get the same feedback from the worst cigars. I think this one might upset a few people, but let's see how it goes. Right, so we're going to start off at number 10 and make our way to number 1, the worst cigar of the year. In 10th place for the worst cigar of 2025 is the Partagas Maduro. And some people might be surprised at that. I actually like the Partagas Maduro, one of my favorite Cuban cigars. However, the build quality is absolutely shite. Absolutely dreadful. It's really pissed me off. If anybody watched my video on my 25 days of Christmas luxury pairings, you'll see how pissed off I got. Nope, completely plugged. Do not pass go, do not collect £200. Get in that fucking bin. Oh, unbelievable. Out of 5 Partagas Maduro cigars, 3 of them have been plugged. Like I've said before, when that cigar is good, it's really good, but when it's bad, it just goes straight in the bin. Okay, moving on to number 9, we have the Matilde Quadrata Torpedo. And what can I say about that cigar? It is the most bitter cigar I have ever tasted. Even the wrapper on my lips had this bitter, strange bitter taste. Really not nice. The burn was terrible, the draw was terrible. It was just absolutely shite. There's no other way I can put it. I certainly will never smoke a Matilde cigar ever again. Okay, so coming in at number 8 was the Oscar Faladares Superfly Toro. It was a big disappointment. The makeup of that cigar had a lot of my favorite tobaccos, especially the wrapper leaf, and it was an absolute disappointment. I thought it was a very rough cigar around the edges. And what I mean by that is, wasn't very smooth, just a rough blend. I don't know what he's done with that, but it's absolutely terrible. And I certainly won't be smoking it again. Okay, so coming in at number 7 was the Davidoff Escurio Robusto. I heard a lot of good reports about that cigar. I think it had won an award too at the time, and I don't know why, because in my opinion, it was a huge disappointment. So I did a luxury pairing with the Davidoff Escurio with discarded rum, and this is the brutal real rating it got on that video. I would give it an unremarkable rating. So it's okay, but it's unremarkable. I won't buy another one. As I've said before, Davidoff is one of those brands. I either love the blend or I hate the blend. And that particular one I thought was terrible, to be honest with you. Right, so coming in at number 6 is the Fruit Cigar Company Agape Super Robusto, which I had heard good reviews about when it would draw, but a lot of people complained it had a really bad draw. And of course, me being me, it's one of my pet hates of all things. I wasn't going to buy the cigar at all, but I thought, you know something, hopefully I will be lucky and I won't get a bad one. Well, guess what? I got a bad one. It was like trying to suck a water buffalo through a straw. It was awful. And I can't even give it a brutal real rating because I never really got to taste it. It could be the most delicious cigar ever, but we'll never know. We'll never know. Okay, so coming in at 5th place on the worst cigar of 2025, we have the Fega Fina 1998 Robusto. That cigar was very disappointing. It's not the worst cigar in the world. The flavors weren't that bad, but it was so bland. Just so bland. The flavors were very muted. It was really just woody, oaky flavors. I mean, there wasn't really much else from it, to be honest. The draw was okay, but if I was to give that a brutal real rating, it would be getting a unremarkable. It's a bit like an unseasoned steak. There's nothing wrong with the actual steak, but it tastes bland and unremarkable. Simple as that. Okay, so the fourth worst cigar of 2025, and this will rattle a few cages, I'm sure, is the Davidoff Chef's Edition 2025. I was expecting big things from this cigar. Hopefully it develops into something special, or it might just be a load of shite. I even saved that to have with my luxury pairing on Christmas Day, which I knew was going to be a good whiskey, and it was. And it was a real disappointment. And this was my brutal real rating on that video. I'm going to give my brutal real cigar rating now. So this cigar is unremarkable. It doesn't do anything particularly bad, but it doesn't do anything particularly good either. So it's completely unremarkable and quite a letdown, especially for the price. Yeah, so again, it didn't do anything bad, but it didn't do anything good either. And for £70 in the UK, I expect it to be fucking good. Okay, so the third worst cigar of 2025, the Joya de Nicaragua Black Double Robusto. That cigar had nice flavours, but absolutely terrible build quality. It had a very poor draw, very tight, and everyone that knows me knows I absolutely hate that. Also, the burn line was all over the place. I had to correct the burn on numerous occasions to the point where I just gave up with the whole cigar because it was doing my head in. It actually put me off Joya de Nicaragua cigars, and I haven't bought another one ever since. I'm sure there's a few good ones, but it put me off, it was that bad. Okay, the second worst cigar of 2025 was the CAO Pinot Robusto. And anyone that was watching my 25 days of Christmas luxury pairings might remember that video. And this was my reaction in that video. Sometimes leather and wood can taste good in a cigar, but this one just tastes bland. I am not impressed with this cigar at all. No, definitely not. It really was a terrible, terrible cigar. Awful. And this was my brutal real rating on that cigar. This cigar is a one night stand. You don't mind sharing a brief encounter with this cigar, but you're never going to see it again. I have heard that the CAO Amazon Basin is a very good cigar. Unfortunately, I can't get my hands on them at the minute. They seem to be sold out everywhere. But that Pilon is absolute dog shite. Right, okay, so the moment you've all been waiting for. First place, the worst cigar of 2025 is the Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust Overseas #1. That cigar is only available to the international market, and it was such a disappointment. I'm a big fan of most of Steve Saka's cigars. I love the Sobremesa, I love the Sin Compromiso, but the Overseas #1, absolutely disgusting. You can clearly see my reaction in this luxury pairing. It's like smoking wet dog hair. To be honest with you, it's like smoking a wet dog's ass. I know that sounds ridiculous, but believe me, that's what it's like. I don't really enjoy smoking wet dogs' asses. And it actually got the worst possible rating. This cigar, without a doubt, is unequivocally repulsive. Do not buy one of these cigars. And for those of you who didn't watch that video, I'll just tell you what my advice was at the end of it. If you enjoy smoking wet dog hair, or you enjoy the taste of a wet dog's ass, then believe me, you are gonna love that cigar. But I don't like smoking wet dog hair, and I don't like the taste of wet dogs' asses, so I'll leave that to anybody else that does. Okay, so now that the 25 days of Christmas luxury pairings are done, and I've done the best and worst cigars of 2025, the next set of videos is going to be back to the luxury pairings again, which I'm sure you will be glad to hear. I will also be reviewing some cigar shops too in the coming weeks and months. Thank you everyone that subscribed, And thank you everyone that has left such nice comments on all my videos. The cigar community are just a great bunch of people. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, hurry up and subscribe. And please like the video too, I would really appreciate that. Okay, take care, and I'm going to see you on the next video.